God.
What the team discover is shocking.
Where's your ID? Give me your ID. Everybody get your IDs out, please. ID cards.
Almost every room, including the living room, is packed with men. Housing Enforcement Officer Ozzy wants to know who's in charge.
Who is your boss? Who you give money?
No speaking English.
You don't pay any money for this place?
No money. No money.
Well, how comes? You guys living here for free? Who is your boss? Who's the main guy?
In London, there are now more people who rent their home than own their home. The competition to find affordable accommodation is intense. And this means tenants are increasingly being crammed into unsuitable and unsafe properties.
Come on, car, come on.
It's 6 a.m. and Ozzy Al-Bayrak and her colleague Joe Smith from Harrow Council are chasing a tip-off from the police. A possible illegal HMO, a house in multiple occupation, has been uncovered during an earlier police operation.
Today we're going to Edgware Ward on the complaint of police that there have been so many mattresses on the floor and there has been antisocial behaviour, stabbing and other antisocial activities in the place.
The housing enforcement team are hoping to catch the occupants before they leave for work.
It's there, the one with the red curtain. Good.
And that means a dawn raid. Raids like this can prove dangerous, so the police are taking the lead.
Good morning. Morning, you all right?
Good morning.
Morning.
Do you want to just come in?
We're from Harrow Council. Hello? Wow. Oh my God.
What the team discover is shocking.
Where's your ID? Give me your ID. Everybody get your IDs out, please. ID cards.
Almost every room, including the living room, is packed with men. Housing Enforcement Officer Ozzy wants to know who's in charge.
Who is your boss? Who you give money?
No speaking English.
You don't pay any money for this place?
No money. No money.
Well, how comes? You guys living here for free? Who is your boss? Who's the main guy? Who is the main guy? Okay. So many beds. And we're checking their IDs. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is so far like one of the worst ones I've seen in a while. It's absolutely packed.
Even the utility room has a bunk bed squeezed in.
Can I have your ID, please? Thank you. 2 weeks? 2 months. In this house? This house, 2 months? Okay.
Upstairs, there are more men crammed into each of the 5 bedrooms.
Did you say you had a job? You work?
I want.
You want to, but not at the moment.
It's an astonishing situation. All told, the housing officers calculate there are around 40 people living here, all sharing 2 bathrooms and 1 kitchen. They need to find out who's in charge, and they're given a name by one of the tenants, Nico.
Who is Nico? I need a guy called Nico. He's apparently the one who collects the rent.
This person.
You are Nico?
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you paying for this property?
All together.
And how much money do you pay? 2,200.
The team suspect that Nico and his wife, who live in the attic, are involved in running the HMO.
So you pay to the landlord, so do you have the landlord's details? Do you know who owns the property? Do you know who you pay your rent to? Do you have any of those details?
Sorry.
That's okay.
But today-
We'll
today-
find out one
today-
way or another.
I know,
So you can
we'll
either
find
tell
it.
us now
But
or we'll find
we
out.
are today going there.
So the only lady in the property, she and her husband seem to collect the rent for the whole property. So yeah, so that gets paid over to, she won't tell us who.
Nico and his wife aren't helping much. So the next step for the housing officers is to talk to the landlord.
It's an unlicensed HMO, so we will be looking at taking further action against the landlords of the property who may or may not have been aware that this was going ahead.
Whether the landlord knows what's going on isn't yet clear. But either way, it's the landlord who is ultimately responsible for the property's condition. The housing team need to track him down. Housing Enforcement Officer Ozzy Al-Bayrak is working on an especially serious case. 2 days earlier, on a raid with the police, she discovered around 40 men squeezed into a 5-bedroom house. A couple living in the attic admitted to collecting the rent. Today, Ozzy is calling the landlord so she can get to the bottom of who's responsible.
Yes, hi, Mr. Papi. I was trying to ring you. The lady on the second floor, she is subletting the property. There were about 40 people in the house. Did you know this? 40. Yes, you heard that right. This is not on, and we need to stop this. I know you haven't subletted, but you see, it's landlord's responsibility to ensure that this doesn't happen. I need to have you here. We need to have an interview together, okay? You need to come to my offices, okay? Okay, so he was so shocked that he kept repeating, 40 people, he kept repeating that. How is that possible?
Three weeks later, Asif Papia, who is a first-time landlord, arrives at the council offices to be interviewed.
We'll take you into that room, please.
Ozzy and her team leader, Joe Smith, need to find out whether he's responsible for running the HMO or whether he's the victim of a subletting scam.
We just wanted to speak to you face to face, really, about sort of the property and what you knew about it.
Out of my last 11 months that they have been there, I've been there about 6 to 7 times.
Okay.
Saw the property from inside.
Yeah.
Everything looked fine, absolutely, no problem.
Nothing to cause suspicion or
Nothing to
anything
cause
like that.
suspicion. I did not see 40 pairs of shoes or 30 pairs of jackets.
When you went, have you found that mattresses were stacked up or nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
Mr. Papia claims that he rented out the property in good faith to the couple living in the attic. Whenever he visited his property, he saw nothing suspicious. But as the landlord, he's ultimately responsible for running what is, in effect, an unlicensed house in multiple occupation, or an HMO, in breach of a whole raft of regulations.
We understand you're in a difficult situation, but obviously we are law enforcers. Tenants have gone and done their own thing, which I'm afraid, because you are the landlord, comes down onto you. It's your property, it's your responsibility.
I've fallen into this tricky position. I'd only let it up to this family of 4. And they've overcrowded. They're the ones who've violated the health and safety rules. They've breached the tenancy agreement. If anything, you guys should be chasing them and you're chasing me. I'm not the one who's done the crime here.
I can see where you're coming from with this, and I'm inclined to believe you with this. You're doing everything above board. You've done all the regular checks. You've put everything into a tenancy deposit scheme. Obviously, it's your first property you're renting. It must have been.
The last 2 weeks, I've lost sleep over it. It's been very, very difficult.
Satisfied Mr. Papia is telling the truth, they call an end to the interview.
Yep.
He's a first-time landlord. He's tried to do everything above board. He's been burnt, to be perfectly honest with you.
If, as the housing officers suspect, Mr. Papia has no idea his property has been crammed full of tenants, The council's intervention was not a moment too soon.
I'm glad that the council have actually got involved with this and given them a surprise visit, because had the inspection been one which was pre-arranged, then I guess they could have still got away with it. I never let out a property in the UK. This is my first time ever, and it's a big learning point.
Mr. Papier now has a big job on his hands. He needs to evict his original tenants, as well as around 40 people he's never met. 7 weeks ago, housing officer Ozzy Al-Bayrak discovered one of the worst cases of overcrowding she's ever encountered. 40 men crammed into a 5-bed semi. Now she's calling the landlord, Mr. Papier, to find out what he's doing about it.
Hello, Mr. Papier. It's Miss Al-Bayrak from Harrow Council.
Mr. Papier claims he didn't know anything about the illegal setup, but will still be held responsible if he doesn't sort it out.
So what's the last situation? Oh, okay, so you got the property back? So what happened? Okay, so you went to the property to meet them and there was no one there. Well, you have been lucky that they left. You could have gone through the eviction process. It could have been 6 months until you get them out. You could have paid so much more. So please, next time, we want nice tenants where we're not gonna receive any complaints, no overcrowding. If it happens next time, then you're in trouble big time. So make sure you give it to nice people, okay? He told me the property is in a filthy state. There's a lot of disrepair. It smells really bad. So he wants to renovate it, ready for the next tenants.
Mr. Papier is lucky to get his house back from his tenants without a long and expensive legal fight. But it's an experience he doesn't want to repeat again.
He actually wants to try and rent the property through Harrow Council, so he doesn't want the headache, basically. So he wants us to manage the property and let it. That's a win-win situation for both landlord and the Harrow Council, because we can offer the house to people who are in need and he can get his rent, no problem, and it would be good for both sides.
Harrow Council deal with almost 5,000 cases of overcrowding every year. For Ozzy, it's a relief to be able to close a case like this so successfully.
I'm so happy that we've got this result, and congratulations to me.